Hello there, and welcome to another one of these Lexical Lab 1 Minute English videos. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out our website www.lexicallab.com to find out more about our online courses. Once every few weeks, I meet an old mate of mine for a pint or two on a Friday lunchtime. He's retired now, but he's actually the guy who trained me to become a CELTA trainer back in the early 2000s. So I've always felt like I owe him a bit of a debt of gratitude for that. Anyway, every time we meet, we try a different pub. And last Friday, we met in a place called Ye Olde Cheshire Cheese, which is in a little tiny alleyway just off Fleet Street, quite near St Paul's Cathedral. And it claims to be one of the oldest pubs in London. There's a sign outside saying rebuilt in 1667. Anyway, it's a lovely old boozer, and inside it's got wood panelling, old paintings on the wall, there's an open fire, it's got a beautiful kind of dark, dim light in there. And as my mate said, it's the kind of pub that had really come into its own in the winter. If you talk about a place or a thing coming into its own, you mean that it becomes useful, or maybe successful, in a particular kind of situation. So maybe if you listen to gardeners talking, they'll often talk about certain plants coming into their own at certain times of year, when they bloom or blossom or are at their best. If you live somewhere like London, where the traffic can be terrible, it's at times like that when during rush hour, for example, when the traffic's at its worst, that a bicycle really comes into its own. It becomes really, really useful. You get the most from it at those kinds of times. We also use it to talk about people. So you might have a colleague who's usually very, very cool-headed, and maybe they really come into their own when there's a crisis at work. It's also sometimes used to talk about people who are finding their own talents and really starting to blossom. So you might say, oh, since she's joined the orchestra, she's really starting to come into her own as a soloist. Or perhaps, yeah, since he's joined the team, he's really started to come into his own as a defender, which is interesting because he didn't start out in that position. If you've enjoyed this video, please do click the like button. Please share it on social media with your friends, your students, your colleagues, and in the comment section below. We'd love to see examples of how you might use come into its, his, her, their own.